welcome everybody to the installment of the Soden Bowl here in the Soden Bowl studios. I am your host, the Alpha Heel, and with me is Cy. Cy, what's going on, buddy? We are going to bring you some incredible stuff right now. What we want to do is we want to go over, maybe bring a pregame show to you guys before 5 o'clock's great matchup between Thoit and Deadly Dump. I mean, you've got two teams. You look at the page right now and it says 14-2 for the Buccaneers and only 10-6 for the Colts. So you think, man, Thoit's got a great advantage here, but I don't think so, man. I actually watched Dump play, and he looks pretty good. His record does not indicate what he's done with this Colts roster. What do you think? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we're gonna look at some matchups here, some guys that we want to look out for. While we're doing that, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor here. Give me 1 second here. We have a sponsor, and we're actually blessed to have this sponsor. We are sponsored by none other than Allied Plumbing and Heat, veteran-owned and operated, serving the Colorado area for many, many years. If you need some plumbing done and you are in the Colorado area, please give Allied Plumbing, Heat, and Cooling a call. So with that said, we're going to kind of talk about today's game and how we got to this situation and how we got here with everybody. So I'm waiting for some guys to get into the chat. Let's see here. I guess that does not bring up the live chat here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get some people involved in here and see if I can get the link up. So that way we can get in here and get some questions and everything. Oh, it's not working. So let's see here. That link does not work, so let's try this again. Alright, this should work. Here we go. Here we go. So that one does work. And we are actually going to be taking some questions. And first off, did you have anything you want to say about today's matchup between the two teams? Yeah, and one thing that I look at with these two guys, so let's kind of go into that right now. So we want to talk about, let's start out with Darkwa, Orleans Darkwa. You mentioned two running backs. One of the things that I want to mention is that both of these running backs have been kind of journeymen throughout their career, got new life on both teams. So this is actually the biggest story to me, is that who can outperform the other. Both running backs have a lot to prove. We're looking here at Orleans Darkwa and his stats for the year. He was actually 10th in rushing with 1,100 yards, 1,154 to be exact. He didn't have that many rushing attempts. He was actually almost at the bottom of the league when it came to rushing attempts, but his touchdowns, he was able to get into the end zone when it counted most. So if you had this guy on your fantasy team, you were blessed this year. He averaged an astounding 7 yards a carry, which was actually fourth best in the league. Thoit has actually taken this Tampa Bucs team that was not really highly rated and turned them into a Super Bowl contender right away. It's scary to watch what this guy has done. I've only watched a couple of his games, but he is very dominant on defense and dominant with the run. One thing that I look out for with him is he can just be able to pound the ball at you and just make you pay. Anything that you want to add on about Darkwa? It definitely is a good matchup, and I think at Darkwa, the key to this is, what defense is going to be able to step up against the other guy. And that kind of brings me into the next player to watch, and it's Bo Scarborough, another journeyman that's kind of troubled to find his way with the league and kind of found a home in Indy, and actually is just killing it right now. He's actually got about 20. He's got 20 more yards than Darkwa, but he's got quite a bit more rushing attempts. So he's actually 6th in the league in rushing and 10th in the league with 11 rushing touchdowns and 5.6 yards a carry. Not as good as the 7 yards a carry, but still nonetheless, 5.6 is way above the league average. So that is that's a great stat right there. And if, obviously he's going to look to find his way with running the ball as well. And I think that Bo Scarborough has a little, both of these guys, in my opinion, are power backs. These guys are the ones that can just wear your defense out. So, in your opinion, do you think it's going to be one of those methodical defensive games where the other guy's trying to get the other defense tired and trying to, build the run, or establish the run to build the pass, or what do you think? Yeah, and I think you're right with that. It's going to come down to whoever is better at using their safety or linebacker. And I know both of these guys are really good users. So if and from what I've saw against when the Colts played the Pats is he actually was trying to take away the deep ball. So I know Soden tried to beat him underneath, but then he started to really break that away and start going over the top on him. So. That's one thing that we're looking at here. Well, what do you think about that? Okay. Yeah, definitely. And I think we're having a little bit of problem here because they're saying they're not able to hear you. So let me try to get this. Yeah, let me try to get this going here. I'm not sure why they're not able to hear you. Actually, I think I do know why. I think I know the problem here. So we're going to try to... All right. All right, so what do you think now? Can you talk a little bit?
Yeah, can everybody hear me?
All right, I'm going to try to turn the music down a little bit and try to say some things, and they should be able to hear you. I just want to make sure that it's not overwhelming here, so.
If you can hear me, everybody know. Big boat.
Yeah, let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat if you can hear him, because I know we are having a little bit of problem here. There's that amazing. Okay. All right. Sounds like we can hear you now, so that's a good thing. So I'm sorry. Can you kind of go into what you think the matchup? What's going to be the most important part of these matchups? They did not get to hear your beautiful voice before, so let's try this again.
Definitely think it's going to be a run-first game. You're going to see Tampa Bay try to feed into the play action a lot, use Deshaun Jackson to go over the top. So you're going to see a key matchup between Bobby McCain and Deshaun Jackson, and hopefully Malik Hooker can help him control that.
Yeah, and Deshaun Jackson, we didn't really talk about him too much. And, that's one thing that I think that he gets overlooked because of Mike Evans. And I think that that's someone that I would definitely think that, that's a guy that can make a difference in this ball game by stretching the defense out. So I think that that's going to be really someone that you want to watch. We had talked about the two running backs. They weren't able to really hear you, but I really think that we're watching two running backs. This is an amazing story to me, first off, because neither one of these running backs are big names. Both running backs are considered journeymen before this year and actually have struggled in their career. Both have found their home and able to really capitalize on that. And I really think that, to me, this is going to be the big key, the big matchup here, the big storyline, so to speak. What do you think about the defenses on both of these teams? As far as like where they stack up within the league, and do you think that it's going to be a low-scoring game?
I don't know how low scoring it's going to be. I think both these running backs could rush for 2 touchdowns today, for sure. I would say at least 28 points on each side.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I think that if you look, it could definitely be a 17-10 game, or it could be like a 42-35 game. Both teams have that ability to do this. My favorite part about this is that both of these teams throughout the entire playoffs that I have watched, they've both been dominant. Again, you look at the Colts and he's 10-6, but I think you had mentioned that he actually took over the team and didn't have the biggest output with them. Looking at the stats right now, Tampa Bay's first in the league with 35 points. First in total yardage at 392, and fifth in passing, sixth in rushing. So that's going to be huge for the Colts to be able to stop this. They have a very young defense, and I'm not sure, as far as I can tell, their defense hasn't really done a great job of stopping the pass or the run. They rank 24th in the pass, 22nd in the run. They give up 23 points a game, which is about mid-pack in the league. Is that something that you think that the Buccaneers are going to try to exploit?
Oh, for sure. The main goal of this game is to score as many points as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know the Colts are really like a bend, don't break kind of team. I play them twice a year. They'll let you get to the red zone, but they won't always let you score,
So with you playing them, and I'm glad that you said that, I have not had the honor of playing either one of these guys yet, but as far as what you can see with the Colts, what's his biggest strength and what's his biggest weakness that you think that Tampa Bay will have to try to exploit?
Oh, it's definitely why I mentioned his running game's power run team. He's going to kill you with that, but his biggest weakness is his secondary. His defense, his secondary gives up tons of yards going for the pass yards. DJ Chark, 94 speed guy, ran all over him. So that's why I think Deshaun Jackson is going to be the key matchup here. Malik Hooker is definitely going to have to be over top protecting Denzel.
Yeah, and I think you're absolutely right on that. And I think that's something that we have to look at. And with the Buccaneers, like I said, I haven't really watched a lot of either one of their game, but the way he controlled that game with Atlanta, he made a lot of mistakes and still won that game. It looked like Atlanta did have a really good chance to win that game at the end, but he just showed how he knows how to really persevere and play clutch in those type of situations. So it's going to be a very interesting game. Is there anything else that kind of sticks out at you? We have about 10 minutes before the game kicks off. Any questions that you guys want us to answer or anything that you want us to talk about, definitely hit us up on the chat. I am actually looking at the chat on my phone, so YouTube chat or the Discord chat. Please head over to our YouTube chat if you do want to ask any questions. As far as that goes, if anybody is interested in, in the league itself, you can go to sodenbowl.com. We have a great website. You can apply there. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us. I don't think we have a Facebook. We do have a YouTube. So we're always looking to fill slots, and we're everybody's taken right now, but we're always looking to add a waiting list. So is there anything else you want to say on that?
No. Let the questions come.
All right, so I'm kind of looking here. Jay Flacco wants to know, why is this called a professional league? So as far as why is it called a professional league, we are throwing sponsors out there, sponsorship money. So I believe this upcoming season, Allied Plumbing is going to be one of our major sponsors, and they're actually throwing up $1,000 in prizes. I'm not sure how it's going to be distributed, but that's why we're looking at, adding the best and also adding, being able to incentivize these guys for playing their games and winning. So that's one of the reasons why we call it that.
Also, this league has some of the best users you'll find in Connect to Franchise mode.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. So, holy loud right now. All right, so I'm kind of going through there, and now you guys can hear us. What offensive line? Okay, so Eddie G wants to know, what offensive line do you think will make the difference? You go ahead and start. What do you think?
Oh, definitely the Colts. It's a dominant offensive line. The interior of that line believe is all 85 plus. So it's definitely going to be there. I think. I don't know about the Buccaneers. I don't know much about their offensive line.
Well, I'm looking. Right now. I'm looking. My first thought was the Colts because you got Ryan Kelly, who's an 87 overall. He's a center, so I think that in Madden you actually get points for the awareness and everything. And you got Quentin Nelson, who's 95 overall, and Costanza, who's a 91 overall. You've got Slauson, who's 75 overall, and Glowinski, who's 76. So I think that line is just going to be massive, and it's going to be hard for Hoyt to actually, Tyler Hoyt to stop that and be able to put pressure on him. I think it's going to be really important for the offensive line of the Colts to hold up and protect Luck, because if they don't, I think they're going to be in for a long day. I think he's going to have to establish the run, and if it was me, I'd be doing those power runs and dives right up the middle. When I look at the Buccaneers line, it's not that I don't think they're as good, but I think that there's – yeah, so the way – how I'm looking at it right now, it looks like their left tackle is a 76 overall. And then they got Upati, who's 94 overall. He's still, kicking it in the league. Their center's only a 73, right guard's a 77, and I'm not sure who he's using at right tackle, but I mean it's low 70, 60. So to me, the offensive line is definitely the strength is going to be for the Colts. I think, with this young defense, I think if I'm the Colts, I'm going to try to send the pressure and try to maybe create some turnovers or some sacks early in the ball game. So,
yeah, I think he'll have the advantage. He has Jabal Sheard, and his right end's a young, good guy.
So Soden, and I'm sorry, I actually. It's funny. I was sitting there quoting the Bucs offensive line, but it wasn't. I was actually quoting I'm looking at the Daddy Leagues page, and I was. It was the freaking the Cardinals. So there's your mistake right there.
You're on the right path, though.
Well, I tell you, it's very
75.
Yeah, it's very similar. I mean, you don't have Upati, but Marpet's a 92, so you got that. And then they actually do have an 80 overall center. Richie Condito is 81, and then Dotson is 86. So they do have a better line than the Cardinals, obviously, since Cardinals aren't in this. But but I still think the line would go to the Colts. As far as players to watch that we're not really talking about, I still think it's going to be Deshaun Jackson, man. I mean, he's overlooked because they've got such a great tight end and Mike Evans, but I think he could be the key to having a big game, especially if he's in a slot and he gets over the top. He's going to create that separation and force the Colts to play not to be able to bunch up on defense. So I think he's the one player for me. What about you?
Yeah, for me it's Buchanan on the Colts side. I want to see him use Buchanan, see if he can control Deshaun Jackson going through the middle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't do that. Game's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah, and I hope that they do. These guys really do try to.
Getting a ride used to be.
I guess try to make sure that they're doing everything they can to outthink the other one, and so far it's been like that. These playoffs have been very entertaining, at least for me. Seeing this, everybody has relied on trying to outsmart the other guy, and I really do feel like we'll get to predictions in a minute, but I really do think that these two players are great players, and I don't think that there's like almost any type of situation where this is going to be a blowout. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. It should be a good game, I think.
I believe so as well. Now, I think we are going to you're going to be watching Hoyt's everybody, you're going to be watching us on YouTube, but Hoyt, or you're going to be watching Hoyt's stream. So is there any other questions that you guys want before we head down to the field?
Does Hoyt have his stream up yet?
Yeah, he's practicing. It looks like they're still in the practice field. They're going to move over to the main one whenever we get closer. So,
go tune into his practice, see what that looks like.
Yeah, right. So, Looks like he's getting his Madden fingers ready and making sure that he can get going there. So, all right. Anyway,
so what's your what do you think? What do you think these teams are going to have to do next year to return?
Man, I look at the Buccaneers and they're a young team, and I really, obviously they're going to have to re-sign some guys. If I look at their actual team, I think they're going to have to cut some cap, if you ask me. And unfortunately, I think that Deshaun Jackson is going to have to go. He's owed $11 million. That's a salary.
Oh, yeah, he's going to regress, too.
Yeah, and so is Jason Pierre-Paul. Those two guys are really making a lot of money. And McCoy, which you could probably keep him for another season or two, but I personally think it's going to be keeping their core players. I do see that Brett Grimes and Eric Rowe are set to become free agents, and Fitzmagic is going to be a free agent, but it looks like, they're going to lock up Winston. Winston's having a great year, so I think with the Buccaneers, they're just going to have to retain what they have, and then obviously draft to fill in some of those spots. What do you think about the Colts?
I think they're clawing up from now. Young team, if they can get some good draft picks these next 2 years, I could see them return within 2 seasons.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they're going to be starting.
But unfortunately, they won't be able to return next season because next season the Jaguars will win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about your team. What are you looking to do? Like, where do you think you fell short this season?
Definitely, first half of the season I was running a 3-4. I should have been running a 4-3 from the beginning, trying something new.
Now,
after I
started,
started,
like the outside linebackers. I mean, I'm surprised. Like you probably put Inukwe right as an outside linebacker.
Yep, that's what I did. But it seemed I didn't really like it that way. It seemed like he was getting exposed in coverage as well, and definitely more of a 4-3 team. My safeties were getting burned in 3-4. 4-3, I get more pressure quicker.
Yeah, and it's whatever your team is built as, and I know the Jaguars in real life do have a 4-3 defense. I actually used them a little bit, and I tried a 3-4, and I liked it. I put Miles Jack, I slid him over in the middle with Telvin Smith, and I put I think I kept Campbell on an end, and then I don't know who I used for my other outside linebacker, but I think it's a good team. We do have a question. It says I actually watched a few games. I see the Colts 7-9 in a pretty decent league. I
do know the Chargers pretty well actually. A. Griggs, he's definitely a rebuild guy. You'll see him draft probably at least get 2 draft picks in the first round. I think Gary has 2.
Oh wow!
Definitely relies on the draft.
Well, I mean, it sounds to me like he's trying to probably wean out some of these old players, but he had a really good season with Ingram, so I would say, yeah, I mean, this guy could be a dark horse. I mean, he was 7-9, so he's probably like 2 or 3 games away from making the playoffs. So I haven't seen him play, so I can't really speak from experience, but from what you're saying, it sounds to me like he's going to be pretty good. So
yeah, right draft pick, he'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like they are starting here. So are you ready? Are you excited? Are you pumped as I am, right?
Oh, definitely.
All right.
Let's get the show going.
We are going to start. The kickoff is about to begin for Super Bowl 91 here in Soden Bowl. We've been around since 2009. If you do have any questions or want to join, please join us at sodenbowl.com. We have our Discord, our chats, and all our rules up there. Any questions, please reach out to us on the website or on Twitter. And here we go. Kickoff 2. And it looks like the Buccaneers are going to start here. Oh, before we go with that, who do you think is going to win? Do you want to throw out your prediction?
I'm going to say the Colts.
The Colts.
By 14.
Okay. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think they're going to win by 21. I think it's going to be It's going to be not a blowout, but I think they're going to win decisively. So here we go.
All right, so you got the handoff. Surprised he's handing the ball off Ronald Jones right off.
Yeah, and he really took advantage of that nickel formation there. So you're already seeing this offensive line power through the defensive line of the Colts.
All right, 2nd and inches.
Wow, fake there. And I like the play call. Use Darkle right up the middle here. They did try to fake him out with that mountain swing, but went right up the middle. They are challenging the Colts to stop them, and I think that's where the Colts' weaknesses is on their defensive line.
All right. Looks like he's going for a sweep to the outside.
And Ronald Jones, nice carry there. Gets all the way to the 48-yard line, 2nd and 2, and I love that run. I love the call there. They are forcing the Colts to stop this running attack, and they have not been able to do so far.
Definitely not. Got me wondering when he's going to pass the ball,
Yep. And right here.
There's that matchup.
And look at that. Deshaun Jackson with the touchdown. What we had talked about, Deshaun Jackson going over deep, and what he did was he ran 3 straight plays, forced the Colts up in the box, and then beat him over the top. Beautiful drive to start out by Hoyt there. I love this drive. The Colts are going to have to answer, and they're going to have to answer quick. What are they going to have to do to come up and to tie this game up?
Definitely going to have to keep momentum going on the offensive side. This may be a high-scoring game, I think.
Absolutely. So the Colts are going to get a chance here. All right, so here we go.
All right, so it looks like the Bucs are sitting on Quan Alexander. Uses him.
All right, and it looks like it's a handoff to Scarborough for a gain of 5. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 here.
So it looks like our prediction is going pretty much as expected so far.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, looks like it's going to be 3rd and 3. He's got him in a spread formation here. Looks like he's making some adjustments at the line of scrimmage. And he gets sacked. Levante David gets the sack on him. They send the house, and now they're going to be forced a punt, 4th and 11, and that was not a good drive at all for the Colts.
No. Definitely good user skills by the Buccaneers.
Absolutely. And they do punt out of bounds, so they are going to get it at the 21-yard line. So tell me what you think. What do they got to do to stop this offense?
Definitely think they should keep the safeties going in the zone over the top. Crowd the box still. But do not let those safeties go in man coverage.
Absolutely not here. And it's 1st and 10. Oh, and he gets a couple yards there. Actually, no, he doesn't get anything. So he just gets back to the line of scrimmage there. Good stop by the Colts. Looks like they played a 4-4 on that one, or a 4-6. So they are going to try to make sure to stop that running game that's been so effective. All right.
It's interesting. It's interesting to see him use Ronald Jones. I know he's complained about him before.
Over the middle. Oh, my goodness. And Godwin is in for a touchdown, breaks that cover 2, and the only hole in the cover 2, he gets it over there. It looks like Hoyt has scouted his opponent here. Great touchdown, and he is out in the lead, 14-0, with only a couple minutes off the clock here. Still plenty of time in the game, but, man, the Colts have got to do something at this point. Okay, so anything I'm reading the chat here, so you guys come up here with the any questions or statements that you guys want to make here. It looks like Eddie St. Jones is looking formidable. He is looking formidable. He's really doing a good job, and he's really doing a good job of mixing Darkwa and Jones here. So looks like Himes actually gets a 4-yard rush there.
Yeah, it was definitely a nice play.
They're going to actually definitely have to slow down this game here. So what are they going to need to do to make this comeback and make sure that this is not a blowout?
I'd like to see him spread the ball out. Utilize Hilton maybe a little bit more.
2nd and 6. Plenty of time for... Oh, nice juke there. Himes is still on his
there
feet.
we go.
He gets all the way up to the 33-yard line. He's out of bounds, but he is hurt on the play. This could be huge because Himes is that receiving back that Luck has always relied on this entire season here. So that could be a huge injury if he's going to miss more than a couple plays here. So it is 1st down and 10 at the 33.
Definitely something to watch in the second half.
Andrew Luck almost gets picked off. It looks like that. It looks like he is not. I hear the sidelines. He is not coming back in this game. So it is going to be all on the shoulders of Bo Scarborough.
Bo and Marlon Mack.
Bo and Marlon Mack. So they are going to have to take care of the ball here and figure a way to. We want it out of them as well. We wanted to see Scarborough run the ball and run behind that power offensive line, and they did. Great run there. Scarborough gets the ball again, gets about 3 yards on the carry. They are going to have to throw it on his shoulders, wouldn't you think?
Oh, yeah. See that hole? He almost had a big one.
He did. Defensive tackle, I think that was Vea that actually got out of the block there and engaged on him. So, yeah, that was nice. And it looks like they are trying to plug up the middle there. It's 2nd and 7. I-twin set here. Looks like it's a toss out to Scarborough. Scarborough almost gets the 1st down on that. He's going to be a couple yards short.
All right, 3rd and 3.
And we have the Boone in chat. Boone says, "Go Bucks." Boone, welcome to the chat.
What do you think he does here?
I would run right up the middle. He does have. I think he's got more. That's not. That's Mac.
That's Mac.
I would still try to run it up the middle here. It looks like he is going to make some adjustments.
Wouldn't be surprised if he does a play action screen here.
No play action screen, but it does look like there's a guy on a slant. He's going to try to find him at the back of the end zone. He does not connect with the receiver. 4th and 3, and this brings up a very, very interesting decision. They are probably going to have to go for the field goal, but would you have any doubt in your mind maybe that he may not go for that field goal?
No. I think he goes for the field goal here. He's a smart guy.
He's going to have to make sure that he is he's going to have to make a stop here, because if not, this game could get out of hand quickly.
And the myth, the legend, 50-year-old Adam Vinatieri.
Absolutely. So we come up with a little under 2 minutes left. Tampa Bay up 14-3. You are watching the Soden Bowl Network here on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. Please give us a like and subscribe. We always love all our fans watching the game here. And we are going to hopefully see an interesting game here, not a blowout. So the Colts are going to have to make some adjustments on defense.
All right. Looks like he's going I for him.
And that was a nice stop by the Colts. Jones only 1 yard on the carry there. Goes up the middle, but the Colts were ready for that run play. And the thing that makes this guy so good is that you can't just, stack the line, and then he's going to hit you over the top. And then you can't run cover 2 all game because he's going to hit you with a post. So Hoyt does make it very interesting and very difficult to stop him on offense.
Oh, yeah. The speed of Goodwin and Jackson is definitely something to watch.
It looks like they're coming out in 5 wide there. And Wentz shakes off the sack, but he couldn't shake off the second one. Tywan Lewis with a sack. Huge play there. That brings up a 3rd and 11.
It's a good young defensive line there. All right, what do you think he does here?
And Taco King says, do a Hail Mary trio, please.
Oh, there we go.
And here we go. Wow, Taco pulling a Tony Romo on us and predicting what he's going to come out in. So that was pretty impressive there, Taco. 3rd and 11. Looks like he's going over the middle again. Intercepted! This is what the Colts needed. This is what they were looking for. More with the interception. Great play by the Colts defense. Do you think that was a good play call on that one?
Oh, definitely. It's nice to see a good young corner like Kenny Moore get his stats.
That was amazing. And this actually puts the Colts in a good position here with 33 seconds left in the first quarter.
It's wide open in the middle.
Wide open over the middle. Looks like Luck does get his receiver and gets the first down. They pass midpoint. They are on the 35, and they are driving.
All right.
First and 10. They do not get the snap off. But such a great play by the Colts. I mean, this was looking to be a blowout, and now the Colts have the ball back, looking to, try to at least get a touchdown, if not maybe a field goal, and, shave off the points a little bit on this lead with the Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah, they're very much in this game.
Momentum is shifting, Eddie says in the chat. Yes, you're right, Eddie. Momentum is definitely shifting thus far, so... Looks like Scarborough could not get anywhere on that, and he actually gets a loss of 1 on that. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'd like to see a play action here. How about you?
A lot of guys do not like to run it on 2nd down, so I don't know if you're really going to bite especially a 2nd and long. I would not go with the play action here, only when he starts to establish that run a little bit more. Does look like Luck is making some adjustments. He's not going to run up the middle. He does do the play action like you called. Good call there. Rolls out. He's going to... Get the first
young
down.
Luck.
He may be just short of that first down. Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd and inches, but great run by Luck on that. Looks like Hoyt did not have a good angle on that pursuit. He does almost give up the first down, but it's going to bring up 3rd and inches here. What do you think it's going to do?
Definitely inside run. Pound the ball with Big Bo.
And that's what they do. Pound the ball with Big Bo. He gets just enough for the first down, 2 yards on the carry. Bo Scarborough has made himself known in this game, and now it's getting a little bit more interesting as they come up on the 24-yard line with plenty of time left in this ball game.
All right, so he's using Quan. Let's see how he does here.
Bo Scarborough, wide open. Look at the way that this line is blocking for him. I mean, that line, Trent Richardson could find the hole in that one, and we know how great he is. That was a great run play and a great play call by Dumpf on that one. So it does bring up 1st and 10. It looks like they are going into the an I-4 formation.
Interesting fact here, actually. Tampa Bay is number 1 in the league for red zone defense.
Wow.
So this will be a key thing to watch.
Yeah, this would be a key thing. Do not force a turnover. That's what I would tell you. If you have to settle for 6, settle for 6. Do not force a turnover here because that could definitely put you way behind the 8 ball. So it brings up 2nd and 9.
These are 9-minute quarters. He'll have his opportunity.
Uh-oh. He almost gets sacked. Gets the ball off. Wow, nice pass rush on that play. Brings up a 3rd and 9. He does manage to get the ball off in there. He has been going to the play action on 2nd down. Maybe Tampa Bay is noticing that.
Most likely, yeah. Tampa Bay is one of the best coaches in this league.
He really is. Especially with that first drive, it was a beautiful drive the way he played that. So it does bring up 3rd and 9. They're coming out in the 3-3-5 nickel formation. Looks like they are coming out in
trips left. Let's see.
Yep, trips left. Oh, you have to make that catch. What a throw by Luck between 2 defenders, and he drops the ball. So they're going to have to settle for a field goal here.
All right, and it looks like he's been practicing for red zone offense as well.
Oh, yeah.
For red zone defense.
So they do. So they're only down 14-6 at this point. So it is looking a little bit better for the Colts than originally that 14-0 lead. So we are going to get the kickoff here. Tampa Bay has a little bit of a hole.
6 minutes left.
Yep, 6 minutes left, plenty of time. Gets to the 26-yard line. If you're Tampa Bay, you're up 14-0, you have a comfortable lead. Now it's down, it's 1 score possibly. What are you doing at this point?
Oh, asserting dominance, laying the rock.
Laying the rock. So they come out in I formation, close I there. Play action fake. He shakes off the sack again. That break sack must be huge for for Winston. Guy has a wide open Howard over to the left side, jukes out of the way, breaks 2 tackles, gets all the way to the 31-yard line. What a play by Jameis Winston.
Howard looking like a wide receiver out there, too.
That was an amazing play by Jameis to not only break the sack but not panic and throw it away, but also find his open tight end over to the left side here. Looks like it's going to be a toss to Jones. Colts missed the tackle there, and he gets all the way down to the 9-yard line. Great run by Ronald Jones.
Utilizing that speed.
Absolutely, and that's what you want to do. You want to see Ronald Jones on these tosses, stretches, and you want to try to pound the middle with Darkwa. So I love seeing that there. That was a good play, and I like how he's utilizing both running backs in this game. So it does bring up a 2nd down and goal situation here at the 11. They do stop the stretch play there. Woods, big boy Woods, comes up and makes a play. So it does bring up 2nd and goal at the 11. What are you doing here if you are the Buccaneers?
Looking at that formation, I'm throwing a toss.
So it looks like they get down to the 8-yard line. Another rush by Darkwa. Up the middle, like we had talked about. They're trying to pound the middle with Darkwa and utilize the speed of the edge with Jones. So
it's definitely utilizing those big boy sets.
So it does bring
right
up
in the red zone.
3rd and goal here. Looks like it's going to be I formation. Gets it out to the outside to Jones. Jones almost gets in for the touchdown, but he's 2 yards short. So it does bring up a very interesting situation here. Do you go for it, or do you put yourself up 2 scores?
I go for it. In this situation, he's what you would consider the Patriots.
No, he's going to play safe, and unless he's going to go for a fake here. He's going to try to go for the field goal. Yep, and that does put him up 17-6. So now he's up 2 scores. I think Hoyt is actually trusting in his defense to make a stop here. So I do like that play call. I don't think you have to put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, he hasn't given up many big plays this game.
No. Now, Indianapolis has to follow up with what they did last time they had the ball. If not get a touchdown, they have to have some sort of score on this. You have 3:20 left. Just keep going with what you have. It looks like they are coming out in a 3 tight end set here.
All right. But with the ball.
Scarborough with
almost
the ball
had that.
hits the edge. Almost, it looks like the Tampa Bay linebacker or safety over pursued that play, but he was able to come back and make that play. Because if not, he probably would have been gone or at least a large a gain on that. So. Up the middle. Look at the blocking. This blocking is sick for the Colts. I mean, look at the way they just open up holes. And they knocked over McCoy, one of the best tackles in the league, and they just pancaked him. It was amazing.
Looks like the Buccaneers are in a 4-4, definitely crowding the box.
Play action. Nice call, play action here. Gets tipped, and it's intercepted! Intercepted! Wow, what a turn of events. Levante David in the right place at the right time, gets the tip ball into the interception. Oh, wow, what a horrible, horrible turn of events for the Colts.
These are the plays that make a difference, I'd say.
Absolutely, and they are coming out with 2 running backs set here. Almost gets sacked, steps the ball up to Jackson. Jackson makes a great play, gets down to the 20-yard line. What a throw
There's
by
that
Winston.
matchup, folks.
Absolutely. That's what we were talking about, that speed and awareness of Deshaun Jackson to make the play and break away from his defender there. This is not looking good for the Colts. 2-minute warning, everyone. Oh, and he trips over his own player and falls down. If I'm the Colts, if I see Ronald Jones out there, I am splitting my linebackers to the outside.
Oh, yeah, definitely expecting the outside run.
He has made it very clear that he is going to establish this run with both running backs, and I like it. I think that's cool. Winston.
Post up the middle.
He cannot break that sack. It does put them, they're still in field goal range, but it puts them a little bit further out. This is going to bring up 3rd and 24. Very interesting here. If you are the Buccaneers, are you going to play it safe and maybe run a draw up the middle, or are you going to try to go for this touchdown?
Oh, you're going for that touchdown, but if I'm the Colts, I'm sitting in the house.
So 3rd and 24, Jameis Winston comes out in the shotgun formation. 3 wide receivers and a 1 tight end set there. They are going to run the ball up the middle, and it looks like Jones, if he could have broke that tackle, he could have gotten away from everyone else and got that touchdown, but he wasn't. So it is going to bring up a 4th and 22. Colts call a timeout to get the ball back here with 1:31 left.
Yep, that's what we call damage control. Could have been a lot worse there.
It could have been a lot worse on that. So now it turns into a 20-6 score. It is going to be very important for the Colts because at this point you cannot afford to give up another turnover, but you do need to have some sort of score on this drive.
Yeah, if I was him, I'd run a lot of inside zone runs at a shotgun.
Absolutely. So he's bringing up a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. You are watching the Soden Bowl Super Bowl 91 here on Soden Bowl Network on YouTube. Please give us a like and a follow. We do appreciate all the viewership today for today's game. So play action by Andrew Luck. Wide open to the outside, Eric Ebron. And he gets to the outside. It looked like the Tampa Bay safety came down to try to hit stick him. He cannot get that done. Ebron wisely goes out of bounds there, and it does put them in a decent situation here.
Yep, Ebron's definitely another player to watch. I've seen him catch a game-winning touchdown for the Colts.
Tampa Bay was not focused on that. And they're going to run up the middle there. No gain by Mack, but I do like the play call. You're going to throw off the Buccaneers a little bit. They're going to run a draw play up there, but the Buccaneers were not fooled by that. So this brings up a 2nd and 10 situation. Marlon Mack in the outside here, over out in the flats, and he gets it out to Mack. Mack jukes one defender. Can he get around the second one? No, he cannot, but it does put them into a better situation. They are on the 41-yard line. They are almost close enough for the field goal range. Great drive, though.
They're moving this ball out.
They are moving the ball. They're moving it underneath, but you know what? They're moving it, and they're trying to get some sort of score on this play. Andrew Luck making a change in the play call out here. He gets the ball off. I thought originally he was going to be sacked, but he does get the ball off. Saves them from having to burn their last time out, so it brings up a 2nd and 10 situation here.
Clock management. Let's see how he does here.
Eddie G says he needs to spread the ball or spread the defense more. I do agree with you on that. Sean says who got the ball at half? Do you remember who got the kickoff? I think it was Tampa Bay who got the kickoff. Yeah, it was the Buccaneers. So the Colts are going to get the ball back. So a score here would definitely help their calls out. Gets the ball over the middle on the post play, all the way down to the 16-yard line. They are going to hurry the ball up there. Andrew Luck hitting him on a dime. Great
Look
pass.
for a shot to the end zone here, folks.
I love it. I think they have a good shot here. Andrew Luck, plenty of time in the pocket, gets it over to the outside. And is it a touchdown? No, he drops the ball. I thought he had a touchdown. I was ready to throw my hands up, but no. That was dropped. 13 seconds left on the 16-yard line.
Looks like the Tampa secondary is tired out there with the hurry-up offense.
Yes, I do want to say a thank you to MSR Network. They are actually representing. There's a lot of their viewers, or there are a lot of their users in this chat here, and there is no better league in Madden total than the MSR Network. We thank you guys for tuning in, and Andrew, I thank you for all that you've done. He is a great asset to this Madden community. If you haven't checked them out, they have Madden Accords. They are one of our sponsors there on the thing, and they follow them on Twitter. They're always looking to help out the online community there. So I did miss the field goal there. So they do go up. They do cut the lead to 11 with that field goal, and they do go for a sweep kick here. No time left, and that's going to bring up your halftime. What are your thoughts, though, far on this game? So we have a quick halftime report. We could just talk about nothing.
Not much time.
Yeah, not much time. We're going to go right back into the game. So it looks like the Colts are going to get the ball back. So it looked like he almost could have got through that. He had nobody in front of him, so that could have been a really dangerous play there.
All right, looks like the Colts are running cover 4 here. or cover 3.
Looks like Andrew Luck has really relied on the shotguns offense. He really does like it. Looks like they don't like what they're seeing, so they are going to put one of the wide receivers on the outside to the left.
I wonder if he recognizes the coverage.
It looks like he does. It looks like he knows what's going on there, or at least thinks he does. I don't know. Looks like Tampa Bay did not disguise that at all, but he does get sucked up in the middle. Only gets about 2 yards on that carry. Marlon Mack. One thing I've noticed about Tampa Bay, they have great linebackers and a great defensive line. You're not going to be able to sit there and go right up the gut on them.
Oh yeah, a lot of fast linebackers there with David Alexander.
Absolutely. All right, so 2nd and 8. Luck in the shotgun yet again. It looks like they do have 3 wide receivers and a tight end over to the right there. A wide open right up the middle run. Man, you cannot play any better than this Colts offensive line is playing right now. They have completely dominated when it counts.
And if you look, it looks like the Buccaneers are going for strip fumbles.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like pump fake there. They do cover the wide. I think he was looking for the running back on that play because it looks like they did cover him quick with that wheel mesh, and it probably confused Luck a little bit, and he took that sack.
2nd and 19. What do you expect here? Runner, deep ball?
I think they're going to try to get like 10 yards out of this with a pass or something. Over the middle. Ebron wide open. What happened there? There was a break in coverage on that. It looks like they did have pressure on Luck. Luck got it out right before he got sacked, and he was wide open.
Looks like Tampa Bay and us overlooked Ebron today.
Jay Flack says, the best part of the stream so far, the halftime graphic. Well, thank you, Jay Flack. Sorry we didn't keep that up longer, but it looked like the 2 guys wanted to play. Oh, no. It looks like number 80 juked.
With the juke.
With the juke and the touchdown. This is huge. This is Eli Rogers. Not a big name. That's why I had to say number 80 at first. I didn't know who that was, but he had a huge juke. And, again, Andrew Luck almost gets sacked, but just enough time to make the throw. What a game. They are going to have to go for 2 to cut this to a 3-point lead.
Oh, yeah, there's some of those great user skills we were talking about.
Yeah, this has been a great game between 2 users. Colts is definitely not giving up. A lot of guys, you see them go down, and they just completely melt away, but not them. They are
or 2.
Yeah, the off tackle works. They are down by 3 points. If I were to tell you that within 2 minutes the Buccaneers went up 14-0, and now they're only the Colts are only down 3, would you have believed me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is amazing. This has been a great game thus far, and thank you to the Colts for making this a great game because we thought, wow, and I predicted against you at the beginning of the game to lose by 21. Now you're like, hey, I'm gonna make you eat it. So kudos to you. Looks like the
I look for the wheel route here.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Buccaneers have to make something happen on this. It looks like they do.
He's substituting the speedy guy Gafford.
Yeah, and plenty of time for Winston. Winston throws it over to his tight end, Howard. What a break tackle there. It looked like he may have been able to get a little bit more yardage, but he was stumbling a bit. So he does go down, but he does pick up 7 before he goes down.
(17-20). Definitely a good game. First quarter.
Absolutely. So it does bring up 2nd and 3. It looks like they're on a I-twins formation here. 2 tight ends to the right, fullback and a running back. So Winston doesn't like it looks like he flipped the play there, but they were ready for it. It looks like they did fumble it. They did pick it back up. I think they could have reviewed that if they would have lost that ball because it looked like he was his knee was down before he fell. But this does bring up a 3rd and 5 situation for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are coming out in I-4 formation here. What do you think they're going to do?
He loves run play action. We've seen it here before.
Yep, you got it right there. And his guy is wide open. Gafford, he is wide open there. Nice first down. Gets it to the 37-yard line. He actually ran that play earlier. That play action play must be one of his favorites there. And I'm kind of surprised that
this is definitely a formation he's comfortable with.
And I'm kind of surprised that the Colts went a cover 2 on that. I probably would have been a cover 2 zone, not a man, but to each his own. Play action by Winston. Look for a second that he was going to get sacked, but he gets it all the way down to Mike Evans. And when Mike Evans is on one-on-one situation, he cannot be stopped. This is why you pay Mike Evans the big money because of that play right there. Oh, so Soden Bowl has a good comment here. He said that they Colts took over 1-4 team, turned them to a 10-6. That's why you had mentioned that. That's why their record that was bad. But they stop Darkwa from getting in the end zone. They throw in the power run there, and they were not able to get anything. They actually lose a yard, so it does bring up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Going back to that top 5 red zone defense, both these teams, Tampa Bay number 1, and the Colts are tied for number 3, the best red zone defenses.
Absolutely. This has been quite a game. So they are coming out, it looks like, in the Hulk formation here. That's an I formation. Darkle right up the middle. It looks like they did the Tampa Bay offensive line did a good job of blocking there. He is untouched. They get the touchdown. They're going to go up 27-17, up by 10.
How does Indianapolis respond?
I mean, if I'm Indianapolis, I'm not panicking. I am going to run my same offense that I've been able to run. I am not going to try to, they've been able to try to, I think somebody in the chat said it. I think Eddie said it, man. Spread them out. And that's what they've been able to do. They've been able to spread out the Tampa Bay defense, and they've been very impressive with that.
Oh, yeah. He's still got 13 minutes left in this game. Pretty confident in this guy to get the win here. Let's go AFC.
So it does bring up a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. What is Andrew Luck going to do here? He has 2 tight ends to the left. Could they run the power run again? And it does. It looks like they run it, but the Buccaneers were ready for it.
All right, looks like he's coming out in the 4-3.
2nd and 11 with 3:04 left. Looks like they are coming out in another power formation here with tight ends to the right. And they're going to run it right up the middle.
Linebacker just collapsed.
You know what, though? Dump has not went away from this, and I like that. 2nd and long, you would think that somebody would go with a pass there, but Dump is utilizing this run, and he's forcing Tampa Bay those base formations. So I like this. 3rd and 5.
He's saying you got to commit to the run.
Absolutely. He is going to try to spread them out. Gets it to his tight end. Does his tight end make the catch?
Ooh, that's Ebron.
He does. He makes the catch. I thought he initially dropped that, but that was such a good good coverage by the linebacker. But, man, Ebron is able to hold on to the ball. What a play.
All right. Look for the run. Uh-oh.
Here we go. Number 30 gets about 7, and they're going to actually utilize a no-huddle offense. I do like this. They are down 10. They don't want the Buccaneers to be able to milk the clock in the 4th quarter. They are going to try to score and try to score fast. 2nd and 3, it looks like the... And Jimmy Bunning says, Indy needs to keep playing his game, no doubt. No doubt, Jimmy, he definitely does. Oh, man. He misses the pass on that one. Brings up a 4th and 1. I think that this is pretty clear that he's going to try to go for this, right?
Oh, yeah, he's going for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you would have to, especially with that offensive line and that running game. I mean, you're on
expect
the
44. Inside zone run.
I mean, you're too far for a field goal, and you don't want to punt. I would have to think that you would, if it's me, I'm going to do something. I would do something maybe crazy, like a fake fullback dive and flip to the running back. But, you do risk of getting one of those edge guys to hit him, but that could be a situation that he looks into. Now, it looks like Buccaneers are coming out in a goal line set, so they are ready for this run.
Both these teams coming out for the goal line.
Absolutely. So they are ready for this run.
Some pretty basic moves.
Andrew Luck tries to pull the defenders off, and he pulls himself off within. Oh no, this is huge. This is offsides, or false start. So they are going to be forced to punt it.
I'd still go for it, but
well, I think they were trying to pin him, but they are going to get the ball at the 20 with 56 seconds left in the 3rd quarter here at Soden Bowl Network for the Soden Bowl Super Bowl 91. If you are interested in joining the league or find out more about it, go to our website, www.sodenbowl.com. Join our Discord chat where we have all our stats rules, competitive sim rules. and a dedicated staff. And we
And if
also,
you're watching, thank you.
yeah, absolutely. And if you're interested in following us, you can follow us on Twitter and on YouTube. With that said, Ronald Jones to the outside, huge carry there. Man, Winston is 8 for 9 with over. He has not passed hardly at all in this game.
Oh yeah, he's just a game manager out there.
See, Tiger Shank said you got to go Bo here, and they ended up not doing that. But yeah, I agree. You got to go Bo there. So I don't know why. In all honesty, I don't know why he.
Big Bo got him here.
He tried to pull him off sides there, but I only usually do that on pass. But anyway, it looks like Darkwa, they're going to try to just stuff the ball down the Colts' throat. It's going to be very important for the Colts to stop this run game. But you don't know when he's going to pass the ball, so you can't just throw 9 in the box up there. So you got to be very concerned about that over the top passing. So it does make things more interesting for this Colts defense. So we go into the fourth quarter. Cy, what do you think of this game, and where do you think the Colts need to do? What do you think they need to do to win this or come back?
Stick to their game plan. They still got time to run with Big Bo. Force a turnover here. They're in the game still.
Oh, it looks like a trap. The linebacker misses with a horrible attempt at a tackle. Darkwa gets all the way up to the 34-yard line, brings up a 2nd-and-1 situation. They are just pounding the ball on the Colts. They are making the Colts stop them. They're saying, come on, stop me. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, and you're not going to be able to stop it. And so far, they have been absolutely right about it. It's like another trap.
I like that play the Bucs just ran. A lot of times people expect a toss there.
Yeah, no, that was a halfback slam, and they were able to get the first down here. The Colts is so important. If the Colts give up a touchdown here, it could be over. They're going to have to force them into a field goal or a turnover.
All right, here we go. Darkwa up the middle.
Darkwa, great run. Gets about 8 yards on the carry. Brings up a 2nd-and-2 situation. Man, if I am the Colts at this point, I am just going to have to. I'm going to have to go all out. I'm going to engage 8. I'm going to send the house, because if not, I'm not going to stop him. He is just going to be able to just run the ball down my throat.
Maybe even adjust those settings to strip fumble.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And they do stop him there. That was a good play by Leonard, the rookie, who had a hell of a year this year in real football. So that was a great stop. It does bring up 3rd and 2 here. What do you do? I mean, if you're the Colts, are you going to try to send the house, or are you going to try to play a cover 2?
Just do not turn the ball over. I'm the Buccaneers here.
If I'm the Colts, I do a hard flat.
Here we go.
Over the middle,
see,
wide
post.
open. I don't understand why the linebacker did not try to follow that. Great play by the Buccaneers and great sense of breaking that cover 2, that Tampa 2. They go up 30-17.
That was the lack of user in the middle linebacker there to cover that.
Yeah, because it looked like he was really waiting for that underneath pass. And, the way I like watching the Buccaneers play, he wants to be completely unpredictable with his play calling. And in all honesty, I didn't think he was going to do that. So, he faked me out.
Yep, going back to what we were talking about Buchanan. I would have liked to see him control him there. Beat that.
Yeah, and even if you don't user the middle, at least send him into a deep blue and try to cover with one of the outside linebackers. I would have done that because he's been able to beat your cover 2 all game. So now it really does put them into a bad situation. They're down 17. They have to score a touchdown on this or a field goal and hope for a stop. So here we go. Andrew Luck, all the time in the world, goes over the middle.
Deep middle.
He does get the grab. At first I thought he dropped it, but he didn't. First down.
And that's somebody we haven't seen much.
Absolutely. One person we haven't seen much, Hilton. Hilton has been he has not been heard of at all. So we will see if he gets a little bit more into the game here. They are still running the ball or continue to try.
All right. Looks like the Bucs are sticking to 3-3-5.
MSR brings up a good point. You cannot stop cover 2 unless you cover that middle read. That is exactly it. And knowing that he's not afraid to run that middle read, you got to be ready for that. So this brings up a 2nd and 7 a little under 6 minutes left. Luck running for his life. Gets it over.
That wheel.
The wheel route, the cornerback does come down and stops that from being a touchdown, because I feel like if he could have hit him over the top, that was going to be a score. But it looks like the corner does stop that somewhat.
Yep, that's good. That's good awareness by Tyler Hoyt.
Absolutely. So this does bring up a 3rd and 7 situation. Shotgun formation. It looks like Tampa Bay is covering or tightening in the middle there. He gets it to that halfback.
I don't know. I call that a halfback
hates.
pyramid.
Yeah, I don't even. But it's the one that everyone likes. But yeah, 4th and 1. I don't know why you're going into no huddle on this, but he does get it. And does he get the first down? He does get the first down, and a little bit more. Brings him to the 30-yard line. He's coming back out in this no huddle offense. He's going to have to score a touchdown, or it is going to be over.
It's all or nothing here, folks.
It's all or nothing. Andrew Luck driving his team down the field. We're going to see what type of quarterback Andrew Luck is after this drive. Gets it over, and nice hit by the safety. He crushes the wide receiver, knocks the ball out, and it brings up a 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. Surprised me to see the stretcher there.
So they're coming out in an I formation here. Twins. Or no, not twins. I'm sorry, just a regular I formation. And it looks like that looked like an interception.
Pass interference?
Was it a pass interference? Oh, it was. And he is down. A huge call for the Buccaneers. The Saints would have loved to have that in the real-life playoff game. Anyway, 1st and goal, 2 tight end set here. Andrew Luck drops back,
double slam,
throws an interception. That is your ball game, folks, or could be your ball game. It looked like the linebacker was hiding and he kind of was like baiting him into making that throw and then jumped the route. Great play by Hoyt there.
Great red zone.
Absolutely. So it looks like they're coming out in a pistol formation. That could be your ball game, folks. They're going to have to make a stop here. And look at Darkwa all the way to the outside, and the quarterback can't catch him. Wow, gets all the way up to the 44-yard line. Darkwa having himself a second half.
Yeah, I would say this game's over, folks.
Sean Soden says, Colts need a Brady-like comeback. They do. I don't even know Brady can come back from this. This is crazy. They were down 17 points with 4 minutes left. That's going to be huge. Jones goes down with an injury, but it also stops the clock.
Yep. Ronald Jones actually has gotten hurt quite a few times this season.
He has. And that's going to be huge.
I think that's his 4th time.
But the nice thing is you have Darkwood, who's just been money this entire game. So if I'm the Colts, I'm going to look for that middle run right up the middle. And that's what it is. And they stop him.
And there it is.
Stops the run. And it looks like the Bruce Sternum, he will not return back to the ball game. This brings up a 3rd and 11. I'm looking at Hoyt to pass the ball because you know this guy has not played it safe, and I think he's going to want to shut this game down and shut it down quick. I am looking for the pass.
Play action.
If I'm the Colts, I am looking for a pass, no doubt.
Looks like the Buccaneers are trying to spread out the field or stretch the field out.
Play action, just like you called. It looks like they are. The Colts is covering that route over the middle. I like that coverage. Winston smartly throws it away. You don't want to throw an interception in this situation, so he is able to roll out and throw it away. Only a little bit over 3 minutes left. The Colts are going to have some sort of miracle and able to come back from this, or it's going to be Tampa Bay's Super Bowl.
I'm sorry to say, Indianapolis fans, the wrong number 12 is out there.
Yeah, absolutely. That kind of stings. I know you're a big Brady fan, but that's got to sting anyway. Let's see what Andrew Luck can do. I mean, he doesn't have great field position here. He's going to be started on his own 17-yard line. He drops back, quick drop back. I don't know.
Oh,
that must have been a slant or something. It was only like a 3-step drop back on that, and they were able to capitalize, get the sack, but more importantly, keep this clock running. So it puts them into a 2nd and long situation. Luck's going to have to go deep with one of these balls. I mean, I know they're just trying to get the first down, but he's throwing into coverage. I just don't understand what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's not letting the play develop there.
He's definitely not, and he's not allowing his wide receivers, especially the outside ones. You got T.Y. Hilton. If it's me, man, unless they are pressing down on him, I am going to try to throw one up to him because he's a great receiver, not Evans caliber, but you know.
If I'm the Colts, I'm expecting the Buccaneers to blitz here. I'd leave the halfback to block.
Oh, plenty of time for Luck. Just sitting in that pocket. Wisely runs, but if it's me, I go. You know, this is a smart play. I would have probably slid, but it's 4th and 2.
It's a Super Bowl. He's got to.
This right here is this is a Super Bowl. This is it right here. If they don't get this, this is over. And it looks like the Buccaneers has the pressure, throws it, and it is incomplete. That is likely your ball game, folks. Tampa Bay Buccaneers force a turnover on downs. Wow, what a game.
I'd like to say, other than this game, it's been a great season in Soden Bowl.
It's been a great season. I mean, if you look over to the left, you see the awards there. I'd like to shout out to a few guys there. Chris Carson with the MVP award. Such a great season in Seattle. Coach of the Year, I mean, we're talking about him right now. We're watching him, and there's a reason why he's Coach of the Year. Hoyt, what a game, Hoyt. What a play call. What a great usering game. Coach of the Year. Rookie of the Year goes out to Phil Lindsay in the AFC and Darius Geis in the NFC. What a great game this was. I really did want to see the Colts do a little bit more, and to me, the big key was turnovers. I mean, they were just the Colts. I feel like the Colts just could not get out of their own way.
Oh no, definitely the Tampa Bay took advantage of the secondary.
They did, and they took advantage of that cover 2 that everyone likes to play. They were able to break that with posts and verticals and other plays. But this has been a great season, folks, and we thank you for tuning in. As we wind down this game with 1:20 left, this has been a great Super Bowl. Of course, we'd like to be a little bit closer, and I actually predicted that Tampa Bay would win by 21. They're winning by 17, so I wasn't too far off. Actually, they're not even wasting their timeout, so they're probably not going to score here. But, yeah, this has been a great game. It was what we thought it was going to be. It was going to be a running game, and that's what they did. They utilized the run, both teams. But you know what? When it mattered, Winston is the one that made the plays.
Yep, you can tell by the number of pass attempts by Winston, this was a running game.
You know, and I have to say, even if Winston doesn't win the MVP on this game, in my opinion, he is the MVP of he is the Super Bowl MVP. And I know the
I
stats
definitely
won't
agree.
tell that. The stats won't tell that. But the way that this guy would break out of sacks, roll out, make something into nothing, where he took advantage, he just shredded that cover 2. He, in my opinion, is the Super Bowl MVP. And, folks, this has been such an amazing opportunity. I do thank you for tuning in. We had such a good turnout. I think at one point we had like 30 viewers. Right now we have 18. As we wind down, any closing thoughts for you?
Definitely, I want to say this was a great season for Soden Bowl, great Super Bowl game. Definitely proud to be a part of it.
Wow, Tampa Bay wins $300 for this game. That's pretty cool, man. That's a great reason to be in this league. Not just because of the money, but also because of
that's a professional league.
Yeah, it's a professional league, but we all have fun here. The chat is amazing, and we all have fun in there. We all bust on each other. Nobody takes it too serious, but I tell you, man, this is going to be such a great league going forward. I had an amazing time calling the game with you, and we're going to be calling more games, folks. This is not just the Super Bowl. I plan on putting a schedule together and trying to find the best games to call for this season. I want to do at least 5 to 7 the first season, or this upcoming season, and kind of see where we go from there. But yeah, this has been a great opportunity, and I want to thank everybody in the league for all their participation and watching and everything. You guys have made this such an enjoyable league to be a part of, and an enjoyable league to watch. So with that said, do you have any closing comments before we head out here?
I'd like to see Tampa Bay come in here and talk to him about the game.
Let's see if we can get him in here to talk to us, because that would be really cool if so. Not sure, but maybe. Let's see here. He's probably busy celebrating with his team and having champagne thrown on him and talking to Roger Goodell. I've actually been. I just started drinking a little bit of 4 Barrel Roses bourbon, so I'm feeling good. This has been really relaxing. So.
Yeah, I've been drinking some Dominican rum myself.
Nice. So we both. It's been a nice little casual Super Bowl here. So let's see if we can get Hoyt in here to talk to us and see what he can come up with. So.
Actually, surprised we didn't see much of Malik Hooker that game.
Yeah, that's very surprising because he is very good. So, he's a. Well, yeah, I don't know.
All right.
Well, I don't know if he's going to be able to come on. Like I said, I think he's probably ordering some escorts for his Super Bowl room and his friends and his team and everything. So he's probably not going to come online. So, well, let's see here.
Oh, wait, there he is.
There he is. Hoyt, I thought you were going to be celebrating with the strippers. So you proved me wrong there. So.
Right. I told the strippers to wait in the back till I got done with my interview.
So tell me, man.
Congrats, my guy.
Yeah, first of all, congrats. That was such an amazing game to call and to watch. And I have to tell you, I'm the one that predicted you to win by 21. So just remember that.
Yeah, I was a doubter.
I figured that's why I would be against me the whole time. He's one of my biggest trash talkers, so I appreciate that.
So as you reflect on this game, like what do you think was the key? I mean, like if you were looking at it, like what do you think was the key for because it looked like the momentum was starting to turn in the second quarter.
I believe when I took the top off with D-Jack on the first, I think it was the first drive, second drive,
yeah.
I don't remember which one it was. I set him up with the run, and then took play action over the top. He came up on me in a press, and you just can't do that. He's a bad man.
Oh, yeah.
And he was actually, we had talked, somebody had asked a question, said, who do you think is going to be one of the not talked about players that's going to have a big game? And I think we both agreed it was going to be Deshaun Jackson, the way that he can take the top off of the defenders. And, we had both kind of said, that's who we think is going to have the great game. Were you getting nervous?
Matchup the whole game.
Yeah. Were you getting nervous at all? I mean, when you saw that the lead start to dwindle a little bit, did you get a little bit of nervous that you thinking he may have a chance to come back?
Well, not. I don't want to sound boasting, but not really. When you have Darkwa on your team, I mean, it's just like having Scarborough on your team. You can advance the sticks just about any time you want to. So I knew if I could just keep the ball on my side of the field, it'd be okay.
Yeah, that was very interesting because, I mean, we had talked about this before the game, that Darkwa and Scarborough were kind of like, you didn't look at them two as like superstar running backs. They were kind of like those guys have kind of struggled through their career. So it's kind of cool to see two players like this do so well. What was your game plan going into to stop Scarborough? Did you have something lined up that you wanted to utilize, and do you feel like you did that?
Conservative tackle. I watched his AFC championship game. I knew I had to load the box, and I knew I had a conservative tackle. That's the only way I can keep him from busting. And then he took off on like a 63-yarder early in the game.
Oh, yeah.
It really upset me. So I loaded the box the rest of the game.
Yeah, it made everything interesting. I mean, as far as the passing game, did you feel that he was able to exploit any of your weaknesses, or did you feel that you were able to exploit any of his weaknesses?
My passing game or his passing game?
Well, his passing game. So did you feel like you did enough to? Do you feel confident or like what you did? I mean, or do you feel like you could have done more to stop that passing game?
In all honesty, I think he had a couple circus catches that should have on third downs that shouldn't have been caught. Other than that, I mean, I don't really see that he passed real well. I mean, he was a run-based offense and ran really well, but his passing game was more luck Madden animations than anything, just kind of like my Mike Evans catch over on the left side of the field.
Yeah, and the way that you utilized that, I have to say I was really impressed with the way that you pretty much took the one-on-one situations and trusted in Evans, and then you surprised everybody with going over the middle, on these crossing routes with Deshaun Jackson. So it was very methodical and very fun to watch, but it was also fun on his end because it seemed like he was trying to do different things to stop that. But is there anything that he did that maybe seeing previous games that kind of worried you that you were really focused on?
There were two plays when he was on offense. There was a play, actually, he should have scored on it. He dropped it left side of the field. He threw it to Ryan Grant. He ended up dropping it. He ran that play quite a bit in the AFC Championship game. I knew it was coming. I even manned my nickel back on him, and he still got open, almost scored. And then he ran that red zone pass that I ended up lurking. He ran that in the AFC Championship game like 3 times and scored on it once. So I kind of knew it was coming. That's how I sat in the middle and picked it off.
So it sounds like you watched, preparation, but it sounded like you did watch a lot of film on him.
Oh yeah, that's what you need to do in this league.
Absolutely, you got to watch it. You got to watch every game almost in this league. We got some serious Madden players.
Cy, do you have any questions?
Honestly, I don't really have any questions, but I do want to say it was awesome to see user Quan Alexander, one of the best middle linebacker users I've seen.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Shanks was going to come in. I don't know if he's still planning to or not, but looks like we have a couple people that keep jumping in and jumping out. So Aries, did you want to say anything? I know Triple Aries, the Dallas owner, is actually in here. Oh, okay. No, he's not. He jumped out. So
he just left.
Anyways, did you have anything that you wanted to say to the league, or any parting thoughts as you reflect on the Super Bowl?
No, it's a really well-run league, really organized. It's awesome. It's just awesome. Me and Shanks, we play Madden together, and we came into this league at the same time, and then we worked our way up and finally hit the top, I guess. I mean, he ended up getting put out a little early, but I just want to appreciate everybody. Want to thank everybody, and if you're looking for a league, join Soden Bowl. If there's not a spot open, we'll put you on the free agency list, and you'll get a spot pretty quick.
Yeah, we had talked about earlier. If you guys are interested in joining the league, I'll say this again. Go to our website, sodenbowl.com. You can join our Discord. You can join. Register for the site. You can also go to our Twitter account where we're always posting updates on the league. So, with that being said, I want to thank everybody for being a part of this, and we will see you next time we come back and do a show, or we're always looking to do podcasts or shows or live presentations. So this has been fun for all of us, and for everybody at Soden Bowl, I want to thank you and have a great day and enjoy your drinks.